I'm Patty Pobanz, and I'm a natural health doctor. And what that means is that I help people try to get well, whether they're suffering with illness or if they want to just prevent and fight disease so that they don't get sick later in life. I help people to find wellness through natural ways. And there's a lot of different natural ways. And what I want to talk about today is how to begin finding wellness on the natural health path. Because there's, so many people are feeling sick these days, and so many people are, complaining that they just can't get well and they can't feel good. But there's a lot of different things that come into play to get well and to get on the right path. And there's just a lot of different ingredients that you need, and you have to put them all together so everything works synergistically together. So one of the things I want to talk about today is how to begin that. And the first thing I would say to everybody is that everybody always tries to do things in pieces. And it's not about doing pieces. Like, I'll have a client who will say to me, I want to take care of my liver. I got to cleanse my liver and I have to detox my liver. And then I'll have another client say, well, you know what? I think this week I'm going to talk about, I want to work on my thyroid. Because I think that my thyroid's out of whack and I got to work on my thyroid. And, and then the following week they're coming back to me and they're going, okay, I've been working on my thyroid, but this week I think I need to work on my digestion and my digestive system because I've been feeling a little bloated, but it's not doing anything. Like I'm just not feeling well. And I get this all the time, okay? And you can't, the number one thing and the most important thing I want to share is you can't fix your body in pieces. Okay, that's not the direction to take your body if you want to find wellness faster. Okay, you have to take your body and look at it as a whole. Okay, don't look at every diagnosis that a doctor is giving you. Okay, like a medical doctor. Okay, the medical doctor will give a diagnosis. Okay, which that's okay because then it gives you an understanding of what it is that's going on in your body. But in naturopathy, as a natural health doctor, we look at the whole body as being whole and one. So if one thing is not working well within the body, then it means that the whole body is out of balance. Okay, so as an example, if you're feeling bloated all the time, if you are having issues with, having good bowels and not eliminating enough, okay, those issues can lead to bigger issues in the body, and you might not even know it because a poor digestive system will block everything else within the body. So like if the digestive system isn't functioning properly, and most people don't even know if it is or isn't, what happens is then, as an example, the next thing in line is the liver. Okay, if the liver isn't functioning properly, then it can't do its job. Then the kidneys are going to suffer after that, and then it's just an ongoing effect of everything else in the body starts to just struggle. So if you want to feel well, you have to focus on the entire body at once. So how do we do that? Okay, first, the way that we do that is number one, we need to make sure that we're not so stressed out every day. Okay, and if you are living a life of stress is like one of the number one things that can really impact your health in such negative ways that if you have that stress, it's not worth it. If it's caused by your job, find another job. And yeah, it's easy for me to say that, but I've experienced that in my own self and with my own family members that it's not easy. And I understand that. It's not easy to just go get another job sometimes. But you have to look at it this way. If there's something in your life that's so stressful that it is hurting your body, then you have to make changes. Here's a great example. I had to take care of my mom when she was really sick, and she was in her late 80s. going through a lot of illness, and I had to take care of her, and I didn't mind, but it was exhausting me, and it was literally wearing me out. And after she went through all of her health issues, she passed. That was about 1.5 years ago. Then my dad, who's 89 years old, was on his own, and he didn't want to live alone, even though he could, but he didn't want to. So I brought him into my home, but now trying to be a caretaker again and not being able to live my own life, that put so much stress on me that I couldn't do it, because taking care of an elderly person was just too difficult. Trying to live my own life, take care of my family, I'm raising kids at the same time. It was just too much, too overwhelming, and I'm trying to work at the same time. So what I'm trying to share with you is I had to make changes. And one of the changes I had to make, and was the most difficult thing in my life to ever have to do, is I had to move my dad to a home, a board and care home, and have someone else take care of him, because he didn't want to live alone anymore, and he was getting older, and I was worried that, things would happen to him. But that stress was so intense that it wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy for me, and I knew inside my heart, my intuition was telling me that if I left my dad in my home to live with me, it would take me down too. It would take my health down. And I wasn't going to let that do that. I had to make a choice. So my message to you is, I understand what stress is. I understand how difficult it is to make changes. But if it's taking you down, if it's impacting your health, make the changes. Make the changes. That first step is really difficult to do, but once you make that step, then what happens is you just start to feel the relief. You feel the relief, and it just makes you start to relax, okay? So you have to get stress out of your life. So for wellness, the number one thing is you can't have stress in your life. You have to try to do everything you can to get rid of the stress. Great ways to get rid of stress: meditation, exercise, sleep helps a lot. But if you can exercise every single day, then that really helps to get rid of all the anxiety, all those emotions that are like pushed inside of us. It helps to release them, helps them to come out. So anyways, what I also wanted to share with you is that's number one. Stress is number one. But number two, if you want to get in a place of wellness, now we got to think about looking at your whole body, your whole entire body. Okay, so get rid of the stress, exercise. I cannot even stress enough how important it is to exercise every single day. Take a day off once a week, on the weekend. Take a day off to sleep in and do nothing if you want, or, but every day get that exercise in, even if it's only a 30-minute walk. Okay, that 30-minute walk will do your body so good, because we have to move the lymphatic system. And if you're not moving the lymphatic system, and the way that it moves is through exercise, okay, and moving around. If you're not moving that, it becomes stagnant, okay? So it just kind of gets stuck in the body, and that's how illness starts, okay? So we have to keep the lymphatic system flowing throughout the entire body, and we do that through exercise, okay? So stress, no stress, exercise. Third thing we want to do is we want to make sure we're getting adequate sleep. Adequate sleep is so important. And if you're not getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, at least, okay, you're not getting enough sleep. I don't care if you're getting 6.5 hours. That is not enough sleep for an adult, okay? If there's too much chatter going on in your brain, there are ways that we can get rid of that chatter. And if you have that going on, please feel free to contact me, or with whatever other questions you have, and I can work through these things with you. But chatter, we call that monkey brain. When that's going on in your head, when you're trying to lay down and get quiet, no matter what you try to do, you can count sheep backwards, you probably will continue to feel like it's just going to be constant. So you got to try to get rid of that chatter, and there's really easy ways to fix that. And I can do another whole video on that and how we can approach that. But anyways, so you want to get good sleep. You need at least 7 to 8 hours. That's the minimum. If you can get more, even better, okay? And then we want to make sure that we're eating correctly and we're drinking enough water. With water, you want to clean the inside of your body. The way that you take a shower every single day to wash the outside of your body so that you don't smell, okay? You need to clean the inside. And the way that the reason we need to clean the inside is because if you don't, the toxins can't come out and they will smell inside of you, and they will rot inside of you. So you need to get that out. And water cleanses the whole body, and it helps with eliminations, and it helps with body temperature to keep your body at the perfect temperature that it needs to be at. And it's just so important to not be dehydrated. You need to keep your body hydrated. One of the perks about drinking enough water, you need to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water every single day, okay? Half of your body weight in ounces of water every single day is the amount of water that you should be drinking, okay? Especially if you're on prescription drugs, you need to increase your water intake because those prescription drugs are toxic. They are toxins that are put in your body to clear up whatever's going on. You need to get rid of those toxins. They'll go in your body, the medicines, to do what they need to do, but then you need to cleanse them out, okay? Or they create secondary illness. So make sure you're drinking enough water. Hydration is one of the most important things for the body to keep it well and keep it healthy, because your body has to be hydrated and not dehydrated, okay? So if you're seeing wrinkles, if you're seeing dry skin, if your tongue is dry or you're feeling thirsty all the time, that is a poor sign. That is a sign of being dehydrated. Drink more water, okay? And there's easy ways to try to get you to remember to do it. Get a big gallon jug, fill it full in the morning, drink it, you know, make sure you're drinking it. But minimum of at least half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. It's so important, okay? The next thing is food. Food, okay. You want to stay away from processed foods. You want to stay away from, you know, all the man-made foods, okay? Because those things have so many chemicals in them, they will kill you. They will kill you. It is important to get whole food nutrition in your body. But the problem with fruits and vegetables these days is that they're sprayed with so many toxic chemicals that those toxic chemicals are killing people. So it's really important that you buy organic, and it's not that much more. And you have to ask yourself, is your health important to you? And if you say yes, then you need to buy organic. You need to buy non-GMO foods too, which is you don't want them to be genetically modified. You don't want your fruits or your vegetables made in a science lab, okay? You want them to be natural the way that God made them, okay? It's that important. So I think that it's important to eat the foods of the land, okay? Fruits and vegetables, because God gave them to us as our medicine, okay? I want you to hear this. He gave us fruits and vegetables, plants, herbs as our medicine, okay? And that's what each fruit and vegetable does. They each have a significant role, and every plant and every fruit, every vegetable, every herb has a different role, and it has a specific role. Okay, so is supplementation important? Yes, it is. And the reason why I say supplementation is important is because the soils that our farmers use today to grow our fruits and vegetables are so depleted that there aren't enough minerals and nutrients in the soils anymore because they keep producing the same crops again and again and again and again. So it's really important that we do have supplementation, and that the supplements we use are to correct the entire body. Okay, I personally work with DNA nutrition. So if you'd like to learn more about that, please contact me, because I think it's really important to know what genetic variances we have in our body. And when we know what those variances are, and what I mean by a genetic variance, it means what did you receive from one or both parents that could have an impact on your health today, that could be creating the illness that you possibly have now, or could it cause you illness down the road if you don't take care of that now, okay? Because my whole world is about prevention, and I think it's really important to try to prevent disease, and it's about how we take care of our body. So I do supplement, and I supplement with the correct nutrition for my specific body, and the DNA nutrition that I use pinpoints exactly what it is that I need for my body, and it will take care of the entire body as a whole. And that's why supplementation is important, because, and you have to have the right supplementation, because you want to make sure that the plants that are used come from farmers who grow them organically, wild-crafted, and that they're non-GMO, because you don't want the chemicals, you don't want the pesticides, and you want to make sure that the plants that are used in a formula are also, that they've been researched, and that they've been researched and they've been peer-reviewed, so that we know what kind of effect and impact that it can have on the body. Okay, so it's important that if you want to find wellness, okay, get rid of the stress, exercise, drink at least half of your body weight in ounces of water every single day, at least half. Get enough sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep minimum, and eat off the land, eat fruits, eat vegetables, make giant salads. You don't have to limit yourself to little salads, giant salads, okay, because it won't hurt you. It won't hurt you. Your body's probably craving it, you know, so eat off the land. But if I can help you in any way find wellness easier, and if you're struggling with disease, if you're struggling with losing weight, because having too much weight on the body also has an impact on illness, please feel free to contact me. I do consultations, and I'd love to give you a consultation and talk to you more about what it is that you might need to do to get on the right path. And sometimes it's not as easy as hearing everything I say. Sometimes you need the guidance to kind of push you in the right direction and keep you on track. So I'm here if you want my help. Please share this video if you think anybody else can you know, could use this if they're trying to find wellness. I'm here to help you, and I hope everybody has a great and happy day. Have a great one. Thanks. Bye-bye.